Hello everybody, welcome back my channel Hair Fitness 1041. My name is Ryan, official new, follow me.
1. How to Train Your Dragon trailer builds the bond between Hiccup and Thewlis. The enduring appeal of How to Train Your Dragon lies in its captivating music, vibrant dragons, and the magical bond between Hiccup and his Night Fury dragon, Thewlis. Now, 15 years after the original film, this relationship is being revisited in a live-action adaptation featuring Mason Thames as Hiccup and Thewlis reprising his role. Directed by Dean Deblew, who oversaw the animated trilogy, the new film aims to faithfully present key story moments with enhanced photorealistic visuals and a fresh cast, while maintaining the essence of the beloved original. 2. Avatar 3's barren, Ash Village, is the exact opposite of the Pandora you know. First look in Avatar, Fire and Ash, viewers will explore a new area of Pandora called Ash Village, home to the Mangwan clan, which starkly contrasts the vibrant landscapes previously depicted in the Avatar films. While the familiar lush jungles and bioluminescent features are absent, the village reflects a unique culture shaped by a natural disaster. Production designer Dylan Cole emphasizes that, despite the differences, the connection between the land and its inhabitants remains a central theme in the Avatar universe. 3. Avatar, Fire and Ash, meet David Thewlis' stylish sky captain, Peylak in Avatar. Fire and Ash, a new group of Na'vi called the Wind Traders, or Talalam clan, will introduce a unique form of aerial travel on large jellyfish-like creatures. The character Peylak, portrayed by David Thewlis, is a vibrant and stylish chieftain, contrary to rumors that he would be an antagonist from the Mangwan Ash clan. The film promises a joyful and colorful experience, as highlighted by the costume designer Deborah L. Scott. 4. Avatar, Fire and Ash will bring an airborne and water-borne battle for the ages in Avatar. The Way of Water, the RDA faced significant losses after a fierce battle with the space whale Peylak, leading them to retreat. As the franchise moves towards Avatar, Fire and Ash, the conflict escalates, with the RDA preparing to retaliate. Production designer Ben Proctor hints at an epic airborne and waterborne battle that will surpass the previous film's climax, describing it as a major confrontation rather than a mere skirmish, especially as the RDA comes better equipped for the fight. 5. Avatar 3 title confirmed as Avatar, Fire and Ash by James Cameron at D23 at Disney's D23 Expo in Anaheim. James Cameron announced that the film formerly known as Avatar 3 will now be titled Avatar, Fire and Ash. This change comes after it was previously thought to be called Avatar, the Seed Bearer. Cameron described the upcoming sequel to 2022's Avatar, The Way of Water, as having very high emotional stakes, and teased a new character that audiences will love to hate, along with unexpected twists for the Sully family. 6. Heaven's Gate review. Heaven's Gate, directed by Michael Cimino, is a film set in Johnson County, Wyoming, over 30 years, focusing on the conflicts between immigrants and cattle barons during the Johnson County War of 1892. The film features significant themes of ambition and regret, highlighted by memorable set pieces, including a roller skating dance and a climactic battle. It showcases early performances from stars like Christopher Walken and Jeff Bridges, and is noted for its impressive cinematography by Vilmos Zsigmond. Despite its artistic merits, the film is often discussed more than it is seen, and its production led to the downfall of a studio and negatively impacted Cimino's career. The film was released on August 2, 2013, and has a running time of 216 minutes with a 15 certificate. 7. Ben Affleck crunches numbers and bones with Jon Bernthal in The Accountant 2 first-look photos nearly a decade after its initial release. The Accountant is set to return with a sequel. The Accountant 2 scheduled for 2025. The film, which features Ben Affleck as the autistic hitman Christian Wolf, gained popularity on streaming platforms since its modest success in 2016. Director Gavin O'Connor and writer Bill Dubuque are returning, along with cast members Jon Bernthal, J.K. Simmons, and Cynthia Adai Robinson. Amazon recently released new photos from the upcoming film, showcasing the returning characters. 28 years later takes a wholly different approach to the Infected saga. Says Danny Boyle, 28 years later marks a return to the unique zombie genre established by 28 Days Later, where the infected are not traditional zombies but rather individuals driven by viral rage. Directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland, this new installment evolves the story decades after the events of the previous films, exploring the implications of a long-term apocalypse. Boyle highlights that Garland's approach offers a fresh perspective on the aftermath of the initial outbreak, setting the stage for an expansive new saga. 9. Ralph Fiennes plays a survivor without their views on the world in 28 Years Later. In 28 Years Later, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland explore a post-apocalyptic world further along in the aftermath of the rage virus from 28 Days Later. The story focuses on scattered survivors, including a community on Holy Island and other enigmatic characters, such as Ralph Fiennes' Dr. Kelson. Kelson, depicted as a formidable figure with a grim appearance, plays a significant role in both 28 Years Later and its sequel, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, set for release in 2026. His survival story is intriguing, leaving audiences to speculate whether he will be an ally or an adversary. 10. Empire Issue Preview, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, David Lynch Tribute. Daredevil Ethan Hunt is set to return in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, with Tom Cruise pushing boundaries for entertainment. The new issue of Empire magazine, featuring this film, will be available on newsstands starting February 13, 2025, and can also be ordered online. The issue includes insights from the set, interviews with director Christopher McQuarrie and cast members like Pom Klementieff, Haley Atwell, and Simon Pegg, discussing the challenges of executing the most dangerous mission yet. 11. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning stunts will melt your brawn, says Christopher McQuarrie. Tom Cruise has established himself as Hollywood's most daring star. Known for performing extreme stunts for audience entertainment, over the past decade he has engaged in various high-risk activities, including biking off cliffs, flying fighter jets, and climbing skyscrapers. His upcoming film, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, directed by Christopher McQuarrie, promises even more thrilling stunts. One notable scene features Cruise clinging to the wing of a 1930s Boeing Stearman biplane at 10,000 feet, showcasing his commitment to pushing the limits of action filmmaking. 12. Is Mission Impossible 8 Ethan Hunt's Final Reckoning? You gotta see the movie, says Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning is poised to conclude the storyline that began with 2023's Dead Reckoning. The film's title and synopsis suggest a sense of finality with Tom Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt, asking for trust one last time. There are rumors that this could be the last installment in the franchise, but both Cruise and director Christopher McQuarrie are keeping details under wraps, emphasizing that the film is an experience that audiences need to see for themselves. 13. The Man Who Would Be King Review. The Man Who Would Be King is a film adaptation of a Rudyard Kipling story, directed by John Huston and released in 1975. It follows two former soldiers who become the first white men in Kafiristan, where they are mistaken for gods. Their immoral ambitions ultimately lead to their downfall. The film features Michael Caine and Sean Connery in the lead roles, showcasing their ability to break away from their usual character types. The story is rich in adventure and moral lessons, reflecting Huston's long-standing interest in the project. 14. Better Man Review. Better Man is a musical drama that follows Robbie Williams, portrayed by a CG chimp, as he navigates fame and personal struggles. The story begins with young Robbie, abandoned by his father, singing "Feel" on the streets of Stoke-on-Trent, evoking deep emotional resonance. The film, directed by Michael Gracie, explores how Williams's challenging upbringing and his tumultuous relationship with his self-centered father shape his identity and drive his career. 15. Bill Murray and Kristen Wiig set for Odd Couple comedy Epiphany from Palm Springs. Max Barbacow is establishing himself as a prominent director of odd couple comedies. Following his successful films Palm Springs and Brothers, his next project, Epiphany, will feature Kristen Wiig as favorite Ives, a fashion heiress in search of a new husband to save her from financial ruin, and Bill Murray as Oz Bell, a math genius. The screenplay is written by Mitch Glazer, known for his work on Scrooged. 16. Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd share an intense friendship in absurd A24 comedy. Watch the trailer. The upcoming A24 comedy, Friendship, directed by Andrew D. Young, explores the unexpected turn of a bromance between two middle-aged men, played by Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd. The film begins with a promising friendship between Craig Robinson and Austin Rudd, but takes a dramatic turn when Austin suggests Craig should start seeing other people. The trailer hints at a mix of humor and emotional depth, showcasing the dynamics of their relationship as it evolves from camaraderie to conflict. 17. Yelena Belova is a completely different person in Marvel's Thunderbolts*. Says Florence Pugh. Yelena Belova, a Marvel character, has faced significant hardships, including being raised in a sleeper cell and becoming a young assassin. After being blipped out of existence for 5 years, she returned to find her sister, Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, dead. In the upcoming Thunderbolts, Yelena, portrayed by Florence Pugh, is surrounded by anti-heroes and undesirables, including John Walker and Ghost. Pugh describes Yelena as a changed person, burdened by her traumatic experiences, and questions how such events shape an individual. 18. Why Daredevil? Born Again's overhaul brought back Karen and Foggy. They're the heart of his world. Fans were excited about the return of Charlie Cox's Daredevil in the Disney Plus series, Daredevil, Born Again, especially after the Netflix series ended abruptly. However, production faced challenges, leading to significant changes during the 2023 writers' strike. Showrunner Dario Scardapane was brought in, along with directors Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, to revamp the series and reintroduce key characters, including Foggy Nelson and Karen Page. Scardapane emphasized the importance of reuniting the trio of Nelson, Murdoch, and Page in his pitch for the show. 19. The Alto Knights. Robert De Niro's two characters are different sides of the same coin. He says Robert De Niro stars in The Alto Knights, a film where he plays two central mob boss roles, Frank Costello and Vito Genovese. Written by Nicholas Pileggi and directed by Barry Levinson, the movie features these former friends turned rivals in mid-20th century New York. De Niro finds the challenge of portraying both characters intriguing, Noting their contrasting styles, Costello is more rational and diplomatic, while Genovese embodies a different, more aggressive approach. 20. Harry Lottie becomes Richard Burton in biopic Mr. Burton. Exclusive trailer. The text discusses the legendary actor Richard Burton, known for his striking looks, powerful voice, and tumultuous lifestyle, as well as his significant film roles. It introduces the film Mr. Burton, directed by Mark Evans, which explores the early life of Richard Jenkins, a young boy from Port Talbot who would become Richard Burton. The film stars Harry Lottie as Jenkins and Toby Jones as his mentor and adoptive father, Philip Burton. Set to release in the year marking Burton's 100th birthday. The film aims to provide an engaging origin story, with a first trailer now available.